Hello everyone, this is Kaizouwar here, and today I'm going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive Season 1 and my thoughts about the game so far. This will be a bookmark kind of video, so when Season 2 is, out and about and finished, I can come back to this video and see what's changed since then. So, without further ado, let's get on with the video and let's start talking about the brand new characters that were released as a part of the Season 1 Season Pass. So, we have 5 characters. That's Gold Lewis Dickinson, Jacko Valentine, Happy Chaos, Biken, and Testament. Now, Gold Lewis, let's start with Gold Lewis, because he's the first character on here. Gold Lewis is this big, hulking, American, cheeseburger-loving, absolute Secretary of Defense madman. Okay, first of all, I think Gold Lewis is probably one of Daisuke's most craziest designs, but yet looks tame. I have no idea why. Like, it's simultaneously one of his craziest and most tame characters ever. Like, I like this giant hulking man that with every step he takes literally causes this tiny earthquake, and that he does not believe in aliens, but instead calls them a UMA or a cryptid. He doesn't believe in aliens, but yeah, he carries around an alien. I find that really funny. And then he just doesn't recognize that there's an alien out there. And he's like, okay, it's funny like aliens canonically exist in Guilty Gear now. I just find that really funny. Like, of all the shit that exists in Guilty Gear now, it's just that. I really like this guy. I really think that he's actually just the only new character introduced, because Happy Chaos technically was a character mentioned in Guilty Gear XR Revelator, so I guess I can't count Happy Chaos, but whatever. This is Happy Chaos' new appearance, so I guess I'll count as new. But yeah, Gold Lewis, nice addition. Love the guy. I know he's not gonna come out for the next Guilty Gear game or anything like that, but it's nice to see him here. Next character I have to talk about is Jacko. Now, Jacko's weird. And she's always been weird ever since, Revelator, but Jacko feels weird to play in this game specifically. I don't know what it is about her in this game, but it feels weird to play, but, Jacko's nice to see her here. I'm not the biggest fan of her song, Perfection Can't Please Me. It's grown on me over time. It's not the version of Diva I would have wanted, because personally I would have loved the more, haunting, final version of Diva. I feel like that's kind of sad, because now we're never going to get that. So, unless another Valentine pops up out of nowhere. But yeah, not the biggest fan of her theme, but it's all right, But it's nice to see Jacko here in the first place. It's nice to see her here. It's nice to see, she was going to be playable anyway. We saw how much story significance she got. We knew she was going to be playable in some form. So I'm glad to see her here. I'm glad, her being here gives, Soul a more positive outlook on life. Because it's nice to see her here with Soul, I guess. It's nice to see her just, Soul, after all these years, ever since Guilty Gear 1 to try to be back with his wife again, he's fine with her again. I think that's really nice. That's a nice character change. Anyway, next character we gotta talk about is Happy Chaos. Happy Chaos is a weird dude, and I have no idea what to think about Happy Chaos. I have no freaking idea what to think about this guy. He's insane. His theme drift is insane. The guy is just overall crazy. And I like this guy. He's the original. He is like the great sage of magic that people been hyping up in XR Sign. This mysterious dude who's knows all this stuff. And then you finally know him. It's like, oh, now he's gone crazy, and now this is what he looks like. And I think that's really funny. And I like how the idea of like him being also considered that man, and how Asuka doesn't look like that much of that man. Like, he used to be like this cloaked, haunting individual. I kind of like that, that man is 2 different people, and yet they don't seem like the guy you would think they would be, because Asuka's, he's trying to, do a more positive outlook. Happy Chaos is just trying to spread chaos. So, yeah, I kind of like that. It's like a nice play on the idea of like, you think they're not who you think you are, and I think that's what works for Happy Chaos. He's a crazy dude. I can't play as him worth a damn, and he's just a madman. I like this guy. I don't know. He just something about this dude. He's just like he feels a part of Guilty Gear, yet at the same time just feels so far off that you're like, what the hell? Where did he come from? Next character is Biken. Seeing Biken back wasn't a real shock. I mean, Biken became massively popular in Guilty Gear XR Rev 2, so, seeing her back in Strive really wasn't a surprise. Of course she was going to come back. Let's just be honest about that. We already knew Biken was going to come back. That's like one thing I'm not shocked about. Biken was definitely going to come back, because of course she was. People love her. Of course she's going to come back. So it's nice to see her back here. It's nice to see that she has more story significance than before. It's nice to see that she has her own little story mode, because like they added another story mode in Guilty Gear Strive through the season pass called Another Story that revolves around her and a girl named Delilah, who is Bedman's sister. And I really like the idea of Baiken starting to get over her revenge, starting to calm down, seeing there's more to life than just her revenge. And I love that. Baiken's been this sole focused character on trying to get revenge this whole time, throughout the entire series. But you start to see cracks in her now. You start to see how exhausted she is and how tired she is of just trying to fight. And this whole story mode really does go into her, and I really like that Baiken's got more significance. Plus, she has a new theme and story of the world. Mirror of the world. So yeah, nice to see Baiken back. I like how she doesn't really have a redesign compared to everyone else. Everyone else looks drastically different, but she just looks pretty much the same. But hey, if it's ain't broken, don't fix it. You really can't perfect this design. It's already the perfect design for Baiken. And the final character we have to talk about is Testament. Now, Testament wasn't exactly my favorite character when they were introduced back in Guilty Gear XX. Well, technically they were introduced in Guilty Gear 1, but I didn't start playing until Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear XX, but I really like Testament now. Their gameplay is pretty fun. I really enjoy playing them, and I think they're my main now. They probably might as well be my main. I'm not a fan of their theme song, Like a Weed, Naturally as a Matter of Course. First of all, long as hell name. Please don't ever make me say that name again. Second of all, not the biggest fan of. It's not the biggest fan of the theme. It's not this. I think that's the only complaint I have with Testament. Testament's really fun to play, but the theme, no, dude. I'm never gonna get over it. I mean, I think I've just gotten used to it now, but I'm just not a big fan of that theme. I'm probably never gonna get. I think that's the one Guilty Gear game theme that's just not gonna be my favorite ever. So, sorry, Testament. Sorry. Hey, at least it references a fixed idea and Bloodstain's lineage. Any theme references gets that notches up the song a few more points for me, but no, not a fan of the new theme. It's that singing in the beginning that kind of ruins it for me. It's just the vocals. I think and it's weird because the vocals never really affect me when I hear Guilty Gear songs, but the vocals for this one's just man. They just seem nasty. I hate it. But yeah, that's the new characters. My opinion on them. Love all 5 of them. Next thing I want to talk about is the additions added through free updates in the Season Pass 1. I guess we could start off with the Combo Maker, because the Combo Maker is a pretty interesting idea where, people from all over the world can create combos and upload them to this little mode where you can download them and try them out for yourself, or you can make your own and just try them out for yourself as well. And I think that's pretty, for other people to try, my bad. And I think that's super interesting. I think that's really, really interesting. I like that. I really like that. It's something that's super cool because, you can try other people do what other people's combos are, and I think that's one of the coolest things Guilty Gear has ever done. So yeah, combo maker, pretty cool idea. Another thing I want to talk about the digital figure mode. There really isn't much to say. It really isn't much to say about digital figure mode this time around. I really wish there was more stages to work on, but I don't know if you have to grind that stuff out in the fishing. I don't know if they put that in there, but I haven't messed with it enough. But yeah, that's pretty much that. The digital figure mode is pretty cool. I'm glad they added something back. It's kind of funny they added in Kill Kill If too. So it's kind of funny they just doing this whole thing. But yeah, you can play with the model, that kind of like that. Another thing I want to talk about that was only added through the Guilty Gear Strive Season Pass 1 was the Another Story. Now, Another Story is an additional story mode to the Play Story mode in Guilty Gear Strive. Now, it didn't answer everything I wanted to. There's some things about certain characters I kind of wanted, some closure on. But I think what it doesn't do, it does well with other characters. Because it brings up Fouls because we haven't seen them at all in the Guilty Gear Strive story mode. We haven't seen Ramlethal at all, so we finally get to see her doing something. The most of the story mode is really about Baiken and the character Delilah, again, Bedman's sister. And I really like this story mode because it focuses on them, and I really focus on Baiken, how she wants to, how she gets over her revenge against that man, and how she's able to move on with her life without thinking about trying to kill someone. She's less angry. She has someone to care for, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, we had hints of that. Anji did bring up a line about Baiken and Delilah in the story mode, the base story mode. But it's nice to see, these characters come here. It's nice to see Ramlethal do something. Thank freaking God. It's nice to see her do something, It's nice to see Sin back too. Yeah, Sin comes back too. It's nice to see what he's up to. He came up with one of the funniest moments in the damn story mode, and I kind of find that hilarious. But yeah, it's really nice to see these characters do something. There's some things I really wish they did answer. I'm not gonna go over in that video because I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. But yeah, there's some things I really wish they did touch upon, because there's some characters I just still feel like they were left by the wayside in the story mode. And I really wish they get some kind of closure and explanation too. But who's here in the another story, I think that's a good thing. Yeah, it sucks that it's locked behind a season pass. I think that's the one sad thing part about this is because, like, you know, I mean, but it's gonna get leaked on YouTube anyway. Let's just be real. So, you know, if you want to pay the money for the season pass, or you don't care, but you want to still see the lore, hey, it's always on YouTube, always. But yeah, that's that for the new additions. So yeah, that's what I really want to talk about. The new additions are pretty cool. I do wish they added more, and this will lead me into my second point of the video. And now we reach to my complaints, and these aren't things they changed at all. These are just things that are still here from my previous complaints for Guilty Gear Strive. The fishing is terrible. Let's just get that out of the way. The whole lobby avatar thing, taking up most of the fishing, is probably one of the worst things that Guilty Gear Strive has ever done. Of course, they were going to do that, but I hate how fishing was handled in this game. You can't buy any of the songs that you would want for Guilty Gear Strive in the story, in the gallery. Like, if I want a song like, I don't know, Keep Yourself Alive 2 from Guilty Gear XX, I can't buy that, you know, from the gallery. I have to grind that out, you know. And the one thing that sucks about the world dollar system in this game is that the only way you can get it is from one single arcade run in the tutorials. Now, granted, that's a lot of money when you think about it, right? But the sad thing about it is, if you have nothing to spend it on. You have nothing to spend it on but the gacha, and I think that's really terrible, right? Because, like, if I want a song from, like, back in XR Revelator, I could just buy the damn songs, you know what I mean? If I wanted Wanna Be Crazy, I could just buy that from the damn gallery with the in-game currency. But you can't do that in Strive. You have to literally, you know, play the gacha to get every song in the game. And I hate that. Like, I really do hate that. And plus, the gallery is full of, like, other shit, right? You know, other shit you have to pull, right? For example, oh, you got the pictures, you know, concept art and everything, you pull that. Which, you know, I mean, like, yeah, of course you were. And also you have to pull, like, you know, like like the trailers for, like, the like character trailers and stuff like that. And the one thing that pisses me off about this game is that, like, there's no other way to get these. You have to pull the gacha for them. Like, if they just gave me the option to buy the damn music from the gallery, I would've been okay with that. And the problem is, like, you can't earn world dollars any other way after you beat the arcade mode once. Like, if I were to play arcade mode with Testament, I can't grind it out again with Testament, you know what I mean? I won't get the world dollars again. Like, if I were to play XR or literally any other fighting game with in-game currency, they let you grind out the arcade mode. Every fighting game does that. For some freaking reason, Guilty Gear wanted to be new and say, oh yeah, you can't grind out the arcade mode anymore because you're an idiot. So, like, the only way to earn world dollars in this fashion is to literally force yourself to play online, because yeah. That's fun. Forcing to play online just to grind out shit. That's the only reason I'm even playing online now, to be honest with you. I really don't play online too much, but that's the only reason I'm even playing now, just to grind out the music. That's literally the only reason why I'm playing online. And since no one wants to play with me, I kind of have to get lucky with, like, you know, ranked battles and shit, which is just lovely. But yeah, I hate the fishing in this game. I really do. I hate it. Plus, the digital figure stuff takes up so much of the gacha mechanics. It's like, what's the point, you know? Like, a lot of people complain about the whole not the digital figures, my bad, the lobby avatar shit. And at first, I really wasn't, you know, I didn't have a really big issue by it at first until I started, you know, taking up all my pulls in the fishing. And yeah, it's better than having to pay physical, real life money for this shit. Way better. But nah, dude, it's such a dumpster fire. I hate it. It's such a dumpster fire. I hate it so much, dude. I hate it so much. I really wish they just gave you the option to earn world dollars through the grinding, right? Through the grinding arcade mode, and just let you buy the music. If like, that's all I really want. The gallery is pretty bare bones, and what you want in the gallery, you can't get without grinding online, which I think that's just really bad game design. Another thing I really wish that they added more to this game is just more content. This game has nothing. Like, in terms of content, it has nothing. Really. Yeah, they add the combo maker. Great. That's perfect. Yes, they added the digital figure mode. Great. But there's, like, no other modes in here that you can play, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, arcade, which you can only play once, you know, with the damn yeah, they had arcade pass where you could, like, oh yeah, you could do better in the arcade mode. You can fight against an uber powerful Nagoriyuki. Cool. But I can't grind out arcade like I used to, and that sucks. You know, every other fighting game literally allows you to do that. I don't know why Guilty Gear Strive decided to be cute and say, "Oh no, you can't now." And survival mode just so these companies can stop putting survival mode in games and calling that content. That is not enough. Survival mode is not content to me. I'm so sick of people just putting survival mode and calling it a day. It's like, well, there's your modes, man. Screw survival mode. Survival mode is worthless, especially when you only get 10 world dollars to go in. You only get 10 world dollars for doing the whole thing. You kidding me? Hell no, that's awful. Yeah, like Guilty Gear Strive has like no content, and like it's crazy because they add some stuff, but like they really didn't add much, man. Hopefully, you know, as the updates come in, they'll add more, but I'm not holding my breath here. Some of these companies just pump up these games and just don't care. You know, people will play online, people will eat it up. You know, that's just sad. I feel like $60 would be worth more than this. It's not. Base Strive is not worth $60. And on top of that, what's weird about launch Strive, if you have it physically, you need to download the rest of the game. Like I think the game by itself is like 13 gigs right on the disc. But you don't have all the character themes, you don't have all the stages, and like you don't even have the English voices, right? And so you have to download like a 17 gigabyte patch, I think. And then like after you download the patch, then you get the rest of the game. Like the rest of the characters, the rest of the game, the character themes, the stages, all that shit. Yeah, the story mode's also locked behind the update too, which is like, oh, the day one shit pisses me off too, but whatever. If you have it digitally, I guess it doesn't matter. But you know, that's sad if you want it physically. You're going to download a big ass patch. There's no reason it should be that big. Like it's how do you take out the English dub? That's one thing that kills me. Why is the English dub a day one patch? Why is that a day one patch? How does that make sense at all when it's been in every build? What the hell, game? I swear, like whatever. But yeah, Guilty Gear Strive. I believe you should get it. If you're planning to play online, I really believe you should get it. Like it has rollback netcode, which automatically makes it much better than most other fighting games out there at the time, out there right now at least. It has rollback netcode. The internet plays very well. It looks like you're playing offline. There's some hiccups. I have had some hiccups during some matches. If you just care about playing online, go for it. This game's a lot of content. You know, not content online at least. There's not a lot of content in the offline mode, but if you want to play with friends, you get plenty of time. You have like hours upon hours to enjoy with them because rollback netcode. But yeah, that's everything I want to talk about Guilty Gear Strive. It's still not perfect. It's pretty much an online only game at this point. Let's just get that out of the way. Also, you don't earn world dollars from completing the story mode like you used to in the previous games. Again, why take out the shit you guys had since damn the more I talk about Strive, the more I realize Rev 2 and Revelator were just those damn good games. Granted, they were years upon years of updates, but damn, they just felt I miss playing those games. But yeah, that's it for Strive. Still a good game. Play it online if you really want to. Rollback netcode, a bunch of cool characters, a lot of cool music. Just be wary. Be wary of getting your ass whooped online, and be wary of all the other shit that's out there. So, without further ado, I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everyone. I hope everyone here has a great day.